is there a bit of a healthy balance between the competition between those breweries and sort of helping each other learn and grow and building craft beer for the greater good?
There's been a few fits and starts. The industry association at one point was quite strong, and then it has seemed to have faded away, and now there was a brief resurgence, and again that faded away. So, we as community members, yesterday we had somebody borrow some DME. Today we had somebody borrow yeast. We borrowed parasitic acid. So yes, there's definitely a strong camaraderie, and that helps that you're only 2-minute drive away from the next guy.
Yep.
But yeah, we can still improve on how we collaborate and cooperate.
Yeah, it's definitely on the cards for us to get. I mean, everyone's just so busy that and the businesses are all relatively young, so I think everyone's kind of they're a little bit focused on kind of trying to make that all work. But I think over the next year or so, as everyone kind of settles in a little bit more, we'll be able to kind of spend more time with them. There definitely is a healthy camaraderie. Like, yeah, it's fun.
And just getting jealous of everyone's signage and giving each other shit for stealing a sign or for getting a tap that someone else has been working on for a while.
Or we're threatening. They came out with Marrickville Lager, and we're threatening to come out with something called the Marrickville Original Lager and stuff like that. It's kind of fun. It's all fun. It's all, we didn't do it obviously, but it's all fun. You know what I mean? It's we're having fun with each other. We're good.
There's still enough tap to go around, and if we ever encroach on each other's taps, I think the spirit at this point is to just look each other in the eye and shake a hand and each pursue their own tap and not fight over something.
Yeah.
We just got to keep growing the industry and grabbing more taps, not fighting over the same tap.
Yep. Yeah. And doing cool new ideas, I suppose, like you've done recently with your malts and.
There's Voyager Craft Malts going strong. They've been in their embryonic stage for a while, and now they're growing into a full-fledged production malt house. Even as we speak, they're installing equipment and getting up to that 10-ton range, which is going to enable them to service a lot of breweries. Not anything like the Barretts and Joe White's, but still a lot of relatively small craft breweries. We'll be able to source malt from them and make some genuine New South Wales beers, or
nice.
Be able to trace the source. I mean, they've got QR codes on their packaging that can pinpoint the exact location on a Google map where that barley was harvested.
Oh, that's awesome.
And it's not blended with another 100 farmers or more. And in a good year, they might have really great malt, and you'll be able to experience a really great beer. And in an off year, you'll be able to see that as well. So it's sort of just tipping the established norm for agriculture and for beer production on its head, and just saying we don't need all of this stuff to be homogenized. We'll be dynamic, and we'll figure out how to make the best product we can with what's in our state or what's local to us.
Yeah.
It's awesome. That's really cool stuff, I reckon. So you guys have been busting your asses for 2 or 3 years now. I'm sure some mornings you must get up and think, oh shit, I'm just exhausted because you got to do everything. But what keeps you going? What keeps you coming back to that brewery, and just other than perhaps having to feed the family, what is your motivation now?
Cans.
As in the aluminium style.
I love cans, man.
Who doesn't? That's what's been driving you lately, has it?
Yeah. When the project's done, I'll be very happy. It's been a very hard project. Like I'm getting let down on a lot of different stages, but it'll still come together. It's fine. I'm excited about the idea that we don't have to do everything anymore. We have a lot of people helping us.
Yep.
We have a great team, really good team.
Yeah, we've got an awesome team, and so like we're at a stage now where we're still involved and we're still doing a lot of stuff. Like Chris is still brewing beer. I'm still driving beer around to the warehouse and driving a forklift and stuff like that. I mean, that's what I've been doing for most of this week. But it's not as hard and long hours and as physical as it used to be. So it's freeing our heads up to actually start to think and come up with fun and new ideas to try and drive the business.
Yeah.
So that's like, we're getting ideas, and we're kind of like, we're not too exhausted to sit there and be like, all right, let's go and have a chat about it and actually flesh out kind of what it is. Or talking about, and a lot of stuff, you say, well, that's not the right time, but it's fun having those conversations. So I think we're in a really exciting time where we're going to be able to do a lot of fun stuff that's right for Batch, and we're kind of in the right headspace to actually be able to make it happen because we have the team supporting us, which is good.
So out of the two of you, who's the one that's got the loose ideas? I'm assuming it's Andrew, and Chris, you're the more sensible one. Is that right?
Andrew's surprisingly commercial. He's got a really strong head for numbers and puts...
God, stop it.
Stop rubbing my leg. So yeah, I mean, there aren't too many arguments. I think we're both willing to spend money where money should be spent, and have a similar sense of what good value looks like. So if it's committing some money to get a can that looks right and says the message that we want to say, then like I'm not going to stand behind or stand back and put my foot down. And if we need $50,000 to buy lab equipment because the beer is going to get better, Andrew doesn't get in his way, and we need to spend that on something else. Like we talk about everything and we prioritize, and it's a long sort of lead way before you get to spend money. But if it's a good idea, then it's worth waiting for.
Yeah, nice.
He says long, but having said that, it's much shorter in the process that you and I used to have to go through. It's still like long for us is like, it's like a couple weeks. So we're like, we're batting it back and forth.
If it's an idea that lasts more than 2 or 3 weeks, it's one worth pursuing.
Yeah.
Yeah, fair enough. Hey, you've been keeping up a pretty fucking cracking pace, releasing beers through the brewery for the last 2 years. I forget how many you've actually done. Can you keep it up, or is it time to take stock and start to brew the more popular ones, or the ones that are more interesting more often, or what?
Well, yeah, so we're still going to keep up brewing new and different beers.
Look at him, sculling out of the bottle.
Yeah. One every 10 days is what we were doing this time last year. We haven't tallied that number up, so I'm assuming we're probably still on one new beer every 10 days, because coming into the first part of 2016, we were putting out like new beers left, right, and center, to the point where we had like 17 beers at one stage. Probably we've definitely backed off since then, but I think on average we're probably still at that. But we had 17 beers at one stage, and we realized we really needed to we needed to pull back and start to back ourselves on certain beers and certain limited releases, and saying, well, instead of doing a single batch of it and just releasing that and then put out another one straight away, why don't we do a double batch and let that stick around for a little bit longer? So we're going to the summer like where the volume's increasing, so we're trying to streamline what we're selling down to 8 or 10 beers max at any given point in time. And APA, West Coast, LC, Just Beer will be the 4 stable beers.
Yep.
And we'll have a couple limited releases that will are seasonals rather, that will stick around for anywhere from a month to 3 months maybe.
Yep.
And then after that, just one-offs, which will be a lot of sours and IPAs, and then the random ideas that we come up with, like a rye lager or something. When you're putting out a beer every, sometimes 4 new beers a week, I mean...
4 a week?
How do you... Well, it's happened before.
Shit.
Like, how do you talk about any of that stuff? You know what I mean? So one every 10 days, or like one every 2 weeks, you're talking about a new beer is actually, for us, for any other business would be really tough, but for us, it's actually kind of pulling it back and kind of allowing us to spend a little bit more time focusing on the beers that the new beers that we're putting out.
Because I imagine if you kept up that pace, even some of your more regular drinkers could potentially have missed one of your beers.
Oh, totally.
Yeah. Which is not great, because they're the ones that you want to impress.
Even we've missed some of our beers.
Oh, really?
We have that many.
Well, that's probably because you've been bloody taking trips to the USA or whatever.
So the rye lager, for instance, that Andrew's trying right now that he brewed a couple weeks ago, half brewed.
Yeah.
We're on 12 heck. I mean, it only really yields about 21 kegs, and put some of that in the package, and I mean half of the batch is already gone. So we pre-sold pretty much half.
Yep.
Yeah. So it'll be gone by Wednesday.
Nice problem to have.
Yeah.
It's pretty dynamic. It's a lot of fun, but it's constantly changing. You can't, show up after a 2-week holiday. Not that we get one, and you feel like you've been left behind. So
Yeah, okay.
it's kind of fun.
Like, you must be the envy of your mates, seriously.
I try not to think about it.
Yeah.
I do go home at night happy and tired, and
That's
wake up
great.
the next morning.
Tired and happy's good.
Yeah, exactly. That's the same with me. I think most people think it's cool, but I think our group of friends, I think most of them, none of my friends are brewers. They all do different stuff. You know what I mean? So I think they're kind of like, oh wow, that's cool. But I don't think any of them would they see. Like when we were opening up, our hands were all just completely ripped apart, and I was missing toenails and stuff like that. I don't think anybody was envious when we were doing that.
And then I think if you're an outsider and you think brewer, you think cool, sitting around drinking beer, talking beer, but I think you said to me one time brewing's, 80-90% cleaning or whatever the hell it is.
It's 95% cleaning.
If you want to have a good life drinking lots of beer, then don't become a brewer, because there's no time for it, and there's no. I mean, you're doing 6 a.m. mash-ins. There's.
Oh man, stop it! You're making me cry. Oh god.
Yeah.
You poor bastard.
Not a lot of time to drink. These are special occasions when we get to.
Except for Thursday nights at 8 o'clock when we're having Broadband Beers. You need to drink as many as you like.
Yeah.
What are you drinking?
I'm drinking my own home brew. I love your guys' West Coast IPA, and I thought I'd have a stab at making one along the lines of my own with some Citra hops. This is actually the first time I've tasted it tonight. It's not too bad. It's got a little bit more sort of probably piney notes in it than I had expected, I think, but also some nice aroma. Probably a little bit under on the bitterness, but it's my first crack at it. So I can only get better from here. As they say, every day's a school day.
Hey, at least you can get Citra. No one else can get Citra. Only homebrewers can get Citra.
Oh, yeah, okay. Yeah, no, I'd probably pay double, 3 times the amount for the hops that you guys pay for them, but I got some.
Nice.
Absolutely. So, look, I just want to say thanks tonight. Thanks for sticking through the multitude of technical issues we had. I still don't know what caused it, but thanks for doing this 2 or 3 times over in the end. I appreciate your time. It's great to catch up with you guys. I'm looking forward to coming and seeing you in November when... thank you. Yeah, I'd love to come and brew with you on that day I'm there.
Oh, yeah.
I've hooked that up with Andrew. So, love what you're doing. I think you're doing a great job. Cheers to great beers, boys.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Good one.